Sith is one of those childhood games you played non-stop, and when you return to it years later, it's just as good as you remember. 2005 was a different era for gaming. Believe it or not, there was a time where movie licensed games were actually pretty good, and Revenge of the Sith is no exception. This game was released in tandem with the movie in what was a legendary year for Star Wars, which, come to think of it, was 2005 the peak of Star Wars gaming? Look at this lineup. Has any franchise managed to have 4 games this good in 1 year? I'd choose any of these over Star Wars Outlaws in a heartbeat. Now don't worry, your nostalgia isn't blinding you, Master Yoda. This is actually a pretty darn good game. It really tries to capture the essence of the movie. The gameplay isn't very deep, but it is pretty engaging. Good God. One thing you'll notice when playing this game is how fluid and responsive lightsaber combat is. You're stringing together combos, mixing and matching force abilities, and you'll get the sense you're actually participating in a duel from the movie rather than parry spamming, which I love you Jedi Survivor, but you know how it is. Each character has their own combos and special moves, and I feel each move embodies the character well. Like, who could forget Obi-Wan's infamous Thunder Thigh move, or Anakin's Kamikaze Force Bomb? When you play as Obi-Wan, he's more fluid and graceful with, oh my gosh. Well, with Anakin, you're more flashy and powerful. Good lord. This is a very brutal game. It was actually the first game I ever played where you could dismember someone, and yeah, it's pretty sweet, I'm not gonna lie. This game makes the interesting design choice of having your lightsaber actually feel like a lightsaber, which is something Disney still can't grasp. Slash someone across the arm, it's gone. Lunging attack, stab through the abdomen. Punch the clone and body slam him, I don't remember that one from the movies. Now, the game follows the main story beats with some deviation here and there, and one thing to keep in mind is this game alternates between scenes from the movie and cutscenes generated for the game.
You won't get away this time, Dooku.
Just because there are 2 of you, do not assume you have the advantage.
Hey, that wasn't in the movie. Mainly though, the game manages to do 2 things very well with the way it tells its narrative. It makes the main duels more meaningful, and it makes the game really funny. What you'll notice pretty quickly is that the game changes the main reason Anakin turns to the dark side. You know Padme, his wife? Kind of important. Yeah, she's not in the game. Anakin just sees Windu about to kill Palpatine and crashes out. Anakin's fall to the dark side seems much less like someone struggling with their inner demons, but rather someone just enjoying themselves. What is this evil laugh? Pivotal scene with Count Dooku is, you know, the first real step for Anakin towards the dark side, and we know how it goes.
I shouldn't.
Do it. Well, in the game, rather than wrestling with the weight of killing an unarmed opponent, Anakin just immediately stabs Dooku. Now, no level or scene displays this game better than the Mace Windu fight. If you want to show someone what this game is about, show them this fight. Windu is fast, he's aggressive, you're trading blows with him constantly and having to really dig deep into the combos. During this fight, Mace tries to reason with Anakin, pleading with him to change his ways, which is something we don't get a lot of in the movie.
He's manipulating you, making you betray the Jedi Order. Can't you see that?
All this is great, but what makes this level perfect, on top of the setting and the duel, is its ending. Now remember, this game transitions from cutscene to movie scene seamlessly, and because of this, you get one of the funniest scenes ever in Star Wars. You've been fighting Windu for 15 minutes now, just yelling at each other and going for killing blows when this happens.
What have I done?
Brother, what do you mean, what have you done? You did a spinorama no-look Spartan kick to kill your coworker, and then are like, maybe that was a little too much. I like to think that movie Anakin, despite all his faults, gave everyone quick deaths, whereas game Anakin just aura farms the entire temple. Remember Order 66?
Master Skywalker, there are too many of them. What are we going to do?
I'll tell you what we're gonna do. I'm gonna grab you by the face and disembowel you. Sacking the Jedi Temple has never been done to this degree in a Star Wars game, and nothing conveys Anakin's power at this point more than you just going on a kill streak in the temple. If the game was just this Order 66 level, it would still be amazing. Now, what I honestly love most about this game, and I think many will agree, is the alternate ending. The final level is, of course, Obi-Wan versus Anakin. But after beating the game, it unlocks an extra level, where you play as Anakin in the final battle. Anakin realizes that if he jumps a little higher, he'll actually be okay, so he manages to kill Obi-Wan, and then returns to Sidious, where he gets his red lightsaber. And now, knowing how our video game Anakin is up to this point, what do you think he does? Obviously, he does a reverse lightsaber flip with a twist and kills Palpatine. This is what Revenge of the Sith, the video game, does best. Not only does it let you power trip as Obi-Wan or Anakin, but it also gives you some of the best what-ifs in Star Wars. What if Anakin killed Obi-Wan? What if I got to play as a Magma Guard? What if I threw the fight as Ben Kenobi? This game would have been good with just the campaign, but then they added bonus missions, a versus mode, and a cooperative mode. This unironically ends up being one of the best fighting games with friends. It's a game that has no reason to be any good, much less a movie tie-in game. But I think that's what's so remarkable about it. It was made during a time where video games had soul and were more than just a profit margin. This is cliche, but they really don't make them like they used to. Revenge of the Sith was the first game I ever bought with my own money, and I still have my original copy of it today on PS2, over 20 years later. Look, it's janky, buggy, and honestly a bit tonally inconsistent, but it has the charm, the feel, and the fun of Star Wars. It's from a bygone era of simplicity, and I can say with certainty that this game is better than Star Wars Outlaws. Which is a comparison no one was actually making, but I just wanted y'all to know.